Student friends, once again we are for the online video lectures. At least today you will get online video lecture once again. Friends, this is because of yesterday's notification done by means of an government of Maharashtra that almost all colleges will remain closed up to 15th February. So that's why today I am again giving you a online video lecture. Maybe if we are there in college, we will go offline also. But at least we will be online today. Friends, up till now in offline lectures, we started with topic number 5, which is the last topic. That is telephone communication. Where we have studied the meaning of telephone communication, constituents of telephone communication, that is terminal, telephone exchange, and telephone link, principle of telephone communication, and we started to study handset. Let me begin from the telephone handset now itself. As we are aware that telephone handset is a device which is given by telephone exchange to the subscriber, with which one can send or receive the telephone call, or one can perform the telephone communication by using that particular device provided by the telephone exchange to every subscriber. Such a handset includes transmitter as a mic, which we already studied, a receiver as a speaker, which we want to study, a ringer we already studied, cradle switch which already studied in offline lectures. We have to continue with the dialer, speech circuit and the blanking circuit. So these are the parts of the telephone handset. Out of so many these parts, we have studied the telephone transmitter as a mic, we studied ringer and we studied cradle switch. Yet we have to study dialer, speech circuit, blanking circuit and the receiver as a speaker. Generally, the handset is represented in the block diagram as represented in this figure, which includes the receiver, this is a speaker, transmitter, this is a mic, speech circuit, which is going to be connected during the reception and transmission of the speech signal. This is the hook switch on which the cradle is going to be placed. Here is a dialer which is used to dial the telephone number, and here is a ringer that is going to attract the attention of subscriber toward itself when telephone call is arriving to that particular subscriber. Friends, here when telephone call comes, a ringer is connected in a circuit. When actual conversation is going on, the ringer will be disconnected and speech circuit is going to be connected. Such a device, we can call it as it is a telephone handset. In short, we can introduce all those things. Mic as a transmitter, which is represented here. Mic converts acoustic physical sound signal into audio frequency electric current pulse to be transmitted through the subscriber loop towards the other subscriber. Means the role of mic is to convert acoustic sound signal into audio electrical signal. These are transmitted through the speech circuit to the local loop toward the telephone exchange. Then speaker as a receiver, which is represented here. It receives the audio frequency current pulses from transmitted by transmitter and converts them into acoustic sound signal and made hearable for the subscriber. To convert audio frequency electrical signal into acoustic sound signal is the role of receiver, which is present in the handset. Then ringer, it gives audible signal to attract the attention of the subscriber to an incoming telephone call. Electromagnetic bell is commonly used in conventional telephone, but in electronic telephone, it uses the electronic circuit that gives audio frequency signal to the piezo buzzer of receiver when call is coming. We already studied this. Then the cradle switch. This is the switch used to connect and disconnect a ringer and speech circuit to the line. Depends upon whether call is coming or transmission is going on. When telephone handset is on cradle called as on hook condition, the speech circuit is disconnected and ringer is connected to the line so that ringer can give an indication in case call is coming. But in off hook condition, the ringer is disconnected and the speech circuit is connected to the line just to undergo the conversation between the two subscribers. We have studied both. Now let me go to the dialer. Dialer, it is used to dial the telephone number to whom we are going to call. It produces the current pulses in a line, that is in the local loop, while dialing the number of subscriber. In conventional telephone set, a dialer makes and breaks mechanically, producing current pulse of specific duration. In electronic telephone, electronic dialer circuit is employed and rotary dial is replaced by the keypad. But the main priorly circuit maker and breaker is used to dial the number. But nowadays, in electronic telephone handset, electronic dialing circuit along with the DTMF dialing keypad is being used. While dialing the number, speech circuit is disconnected, speech circuit of telephone remains disconnected and high voltage spikes produces sound in ringer when a ringer is connected. This high voltage pulse is prevented by using anti-twinkle and speech muting circuit. So these high voltage pulses has only to pass through the ringer. It doesn't pass through the speech circuit. So high voltage pulses are prevented to reach to the speech circuit by using anti-tinkle and speech muting circuit, which will mute the speech circuit so that these high voltage pulses will pass only through the ringer so as to produce the ringtone to the other subscriber. That is the role of dialer. Friends, we already studied mic as a transmitter in the offline period. We have studied its construction. We also studied its working. In short, we will repeat once again. Mic as a transmitter, it consists of a magnetic chamber formed by the electromagnet Within this chamber, two electrodes are placed. One is fixed carbon electrode, second one is movable carbon electrode. This movable carbon electrode is connected to the diaphragm. This is what we can call it as a diaphragm, on which the sound pressure is going to incident on the diaphragm. So in between two carbon electrodes, a carbon granules are inserted. Between fixed electrode and movable electrode, the power supply DC battery is connected in series with the load R. This forms the carbon granule microphone, which is widely used in the telephone handset. Student friends, when sound radiations are allowed to incident on the diaphragm, it undergoes sinusoidal motion. The diaphragm will start moving to and fro along the direction of the sound pressure. As per motion of the diaphragm, the movable electron also moves to and fro. This will contract the carbon granules or rarefies the carbon granules. Accordingly, its internal resistance changes. Due to this internal change in resistance, as the DC supply is connected, it will develop the current that pass through the resistance R, and across this the local loop is connected, so that applied sound pressure is going to be converted into the electrical current pulse which are transmitted through the local loop. So this is the role of microphone through which we are going to speak in the telephone handset. Let us see details. If the movement of diaphragm takes place sinusoidally at a frequency f, then the resistance of granule at an instant is given as RT is equal to R0 plus or minus R sine of omega t, where RT is the total resistance, total change in resistance due to sound pressure incident on the diaphragm. R0 is the resistance of the carbon granule microphone when there is now no sound is incident on the diaphragm. Small r, it is a change in resistance when sound pressure is made to incident on the diaphragm, due to which the motion of movable carbon electrode takes place to change the resistance of the carbon granule, that is represented by plus or minus R. As the motion of diaphragm in the sinusoidal way, it is represented as plus or minus R sine of omega t. Friends, which we already discussed in the offline lecture also. At the cost of that, the instantaneous current in a circuit is given as I is equal to capital E, which we have connected in the mic, upon RT. That is, RT means R plus R0. RT plus R, sorry. So current flowing through this particular resistance is given as I is equal to this E upon RT plus R. So accordingly, RT is R0 plus or minus R sine of omega t. So that's why RT plus R becomes R plus R0 plus or minus R sine of omega t. So E upon that particular factor, it is given I is equal to E upon R plus R0 plus or minus R sine of omega t, which can be written as E upon R plus R0, it is taken common. So that's why in bracket we can write it 1 plus or minus R upon r plus r0 into sine of omega t. By putting E upon r plus r0 as I0 and k is equal to small r upon r plus r0, we can write it as I is equal to I0 into bracket 1 upon 1 plus k sine of omega t. When this 1 plus k sine of omega t is taken in numerator, we can write it as I is equal to I0 1 plus k sine of omega t bracket raised to minus 1. Expand this binomially so as to get I is equal to I0 into bracket 1 minus k sine of omega t plus k square sine of omega t minus k cube sine omega t and so on. By neglecting the higher order terms for k less than 1, we can write I is equal to I0 into bracket 1 minus k sine of omega t, and this equation resembles with the modulated equation producing the current pulse proportional to the acoustic sound input to the mic. This signal travels through the telephone line. Means this is the current I is equal to I0 1 minus k sine of omega t. It is type, it resembles with the modulated signal, and this current is passed through the telephone line which is connected to this particular point after being amplifying that particular signal through the speech circuit. Means output of this, it is given to the speech circuit and it is amplified there. After amplification, that signal is directly given to the telephone local loop to reach to the telephone exchange. This is how the mic works. Friends, all these things we have already studied last time in the offline lecture. As being this is an online lecture, to get you just revision, I considered all those things. But today's intention is to cover speaker as a receiver. We are well aware that speaker is a device that converts audio electrical signal into acoustic sound signal. It is going to act as a receiver in the telephone handset. So we are going to study that. So this is the speaker which is represented. Speaker performs the function of converting electrical energy into sound energy. The essential part of receiver are pair of coil, permanent magnet and diaphragm. Look at here. Here is the pair of coil. This is a permanent magnet. That is soft iron pole piece. So this is the permanent magnet. This is the voice coil, audio frequency coil, to which the output from the mic traveling through the telephone loop is given. Here is a soft iron piece on which is mounted on the permanent magnet, and here is the cone. In between this there is an air gap. So whatever audio frequency signal is there, it is given to the audio frequency coil. When that audio frequency coil receives the current, the magnetic flux is produced proportional to the audio frequency current. This magnetic flux is in a magnetic path formed by the permanent magnet pole piece, the diaphragm and the air gap between the pole pieces. Means due to allowing the audio frequency current passing through the coil, it will develop the magnetic flux. This magnetic flux is going to present within the path of magnetic flux produced by the permanent magnet, air gap and the diaphragm. Due to this, what happens? Let us see. The flux produced in the air gap equals the sum of magnetic flux produced by the permanent magnet phi p and flux produced by the audio current phi a. So net flux in the air gap is phi p plus phi a is equal to phi I. The audio current B Im sin of omega t, it is passed through the audio frequency coil. So that's why phi a becomes plus or minus k Im sin of omega t. This is equal to phi am sin of omega t, where phi am is plus or minus k times Im. So that's why we can write phi I is equal to phi p plus phi of am sin of omega t. The force acting on the diaphragm is proportional to phi p plus phi am sin of omega t. After solving this equation, we can get f is equal to k into phi p square plus 2k phi am phi p sin omega t. That's equal to k into phi p square plus k1 sin omega t. K1 sin omega t represents the diaphragm movement to get the sound wave. Thus, audio frequency current is going to convert it into acoustic sound signal. Friends, this is how the speaker converts audio current into its corresponding acoustic sound signal. So that's why one subscriber is going to speak through the mic and other subscriber is going to listen through the speaker on the another handset with the help of telephone link and also the telephone exchange. The role of telephone loop is to connect a signal from one subscriber to the other subscriber, and the role of telephone exchange is to bring unbreakable contact between the two subscribers till the completion of call. Friends, that's all about the telephone handset, including mic as a transmitter, speaker as a receiver, ringer, dialer, cradle switch, space circuit, blanking circuit, that is a balancing circuit which matches the impedance. When space circuit is connected, a ringer is connected, number is a dialing, signal is a receiving, signal is a transmitting. In all time, two wire network will be converted into four wire network and vice versa. Within all these cases, it matches the impedance of the local loop with your telephone handset. So that's all about the meaning of telephone handset. Friends, today we will stop with this. Tomorrow we will go for the meaning of local loop.